There's no such thing as ghosts.
Tell that to Frank Black. They say he can see them. They say he can't escape them. That they follow him everywhere. And it is believed that the devil uses the souls of the dead to get at people. To drive them insane. So to keep from losing to the devil, and even though he knows his friend is eternally trapped in his house, Frank Black has left and gone to nobody knows where. And he will never be seen again.
Except if you look over here.
Hey Frank, how's it going? Yeah, it's me. It's dirt. It's just dirt. It's just dirt. I'm just hanging out in your attic, playing with this lighter and this flashlight and what's... I get it. Fat guy you weren't expecting in your attic is a little creepy. I get it. I understand. That's fine. Now listen, I'm sure you know why I'm here. It's Halloween weekend, and you know, the guys at BackToFrankBlack.com are celebrating the Curse of Frank Black this week, and because it's, you know, it's the Halloween episode of MillenniuM. And so they asked me to, you know, take a look at this episode and kind of talk about it a little bit, try to open a discussion about it. And, you know, here's my thing. A lot of people are going to say, gee, Dirt didn't like Jose Chun's Doomsday Defense, so he probably doesn't like this episode a whole lot. And no, wait, listen. I love this episode. This is one of my favorite MillenniuM episodes of all time. In fact, this is one of those episodes that really cements in my mind that MillenniuM was one of my favorite TV shows. And there's a lot of stuff going on in this episode. That scene that we saw a moment ago of the kids doing the scary, spooky story about Frank Black, and that's great. And I think that sets a great tone for the episode, and actually says a lot about what's actually happening in this show. But here's some other stuff that's kind of weird. You see Frank as a small boy. Well, I mean you're Frank. I can just call you Frank, right? Can I, Mr. Black? All right. So we see you as a small boy, and you meet that creepy old guy, and he's talking about life after death and whatever, and it throws you off. Like when you think back to that, and you're thinking about Halloween and all of that, when you think back to that, it creeps you out, and you don't really understand what happened, but you know, as you get older and you're thinking about some of the stuff that you've seen in the MillenniuM group with some of the stuff with angels and demons and now, as you're looking around you, you see the Legion demon in all kinds of places trying to bring you down. Here's what I find most fascinating about this episode. Now, time and time again, you're trying to uncover this message that someone's trying to send you. Some, you know, other being is trying to communicate with you and tell you Acts 26:8. Acts 26:8. Why? What's Acts 26:8? There's something about Acts 26:8. And again and again and again, someone's trying to communicate this to you. And Acts 26:8 is talking about God raising the dead, which is what that creepy guy was talking to you about, right? So here it is, all these years later, you're disconnected from your family, you're having a hard time connecting with the MillenniuM group now because you're starting to see some of the other stuff going on. You don't really understand you know, the world around you. It doesn't make sense like it used to because there's some sort of mystical thing going on here. But here's the thing. When you go up into your own home, you find that old yellow house, you're in the neighborhood, you're lost, you don't even recognize that it's where you used to live. And it's kind of funny because in the clip of that they show the house from the pilot episode, which looks nothing like the house as it appeared in the actual seasons. But so, I'm sorry I brought that up, Mr. Black. It won't happen again. But when you're up there talking to him, he brings up the fact that, of course, the dead do come back, that the souls live on, the spirits are there, they're continuing to haunt. He talks about hell, that hell is real, and that basically he thinks the devil is going to win. He thinks the devil is too powerful, and the devil is going to win in this God versus the devil battle. He says, forget the MillenniuM group, just give up, set it out, you can go back to your family, you can have your nice life, you can go to sleep and forget it ever happened. Now, here's something I want to ask you, Frank. Mr. Black, sorry. Who was trying to communicate to you Acts 26:8? I mean, do you think it was Legion? You think it was the creepy old guy spirit along with all the demons? No. God was trying to communicate that to you. The benevolent spirit, the creator, the one who opposes the devil, was trying to let you know that he can bring the dead back to life. And by bringing the dead back to life, he has offered salvation to mankind through Christianity. Okay, it's kind of a long stretch pulling that out of there, but follow me here. When you're talking to the demon guy, and he says to you, forget the MillenniuM group and go back to your family, he's not telling you that the MillenniuM group is the one opposing the devil. He's telling you you've almost figured it out. You've almost figured out that the MillenniuM group is the one you have to worry about. He's telling you that the MillenniuM group is the one doing a lot of the behind-the-scenes manipulations. They're the ones who are working towards a goal. It's coming. You can't stop it because the MillenniuM group is too powerful. He's the one telling you to leave the group alone because if you stay there, you're going to figure it out and you're going to ruin his plans. How about that? There's some... No. Yeah, but I think it's a valid point. I think it's actually a very interesting way you can look at the episode, and it really makes sense if you think of the big picture of everything that's going on. I mean, they had to have known when they started Season 2 where it was going to end with the MillenniuM group. So, I mean, to me, it just makes perfect sense. I'm rambling. I'm nervous. I mean, I've never met you before, Mr. Black. I mean, this is really kind of an honor, you know, and... this video was not very good because I'm just kind of rambling and nervous and, you know, I'm a little out of breath because I'm a big fat guy and I had to sneak up into your attic. But, you know, listen, someday, I promise you, someday I will make a good review video of one of your episodes that I think you'll like. Trust me, someday I'll make a good one.